Welcome to Disrupt and Discuss with your hosts, E and KayCee. A Boucher Ventures production brought to you by It's Just ETV and My Herba by the Fitness Collective. Now, without any further ado, disrupt and discuss.
Hey everyone, welcome back. Welcome back. You're tuning in to another episode of Disrupt and Discuss with E. I am E.
And I am KayCee.
Yes, and this is episode 2. Episode 2. And if you've gotten to this point, thank you guys so much for rocking with us for episode 2. We are trying to bring you guys some good quality content, and we're just going to get into it. Episode 2. We are talking about
Shit.
We are talking about shit. We're talking about shit. Okay? The truth about feces, poop, that thing, that number 2, that thing. That
the other kind of F word is what I'm thinking. I don't know.
Okay? That thing. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're going to be discussing today. Me and KayCee, we came up. She actually came up with this one. So
give me that one. Give me the credit. Thanks.
It came out. We're going to talk about what it originally was in here, but we just decided we're going to lump it all in. We just don't, in general. So that's what we talking about. In general.
Yep.
Hope you guys are ready. Let's get into it, KayCee. Let's get it. So what's feces? What's poop? What's poop? According to Webster's Dictionary, feces is, like I said, poop, stool, dung. Number 2, basically that stuff that comes out of your backside after you have digested. When your body breaks it down into energy and nutrients and whatever is left over, that waste, mostly water, bacteria, and undigested poop, it out of your back. From your intestine. Don't give me the line.
Now you're getting all
technical, right?
Yeah.
Let me do that full disclaimer. We are not doctors. We are not, we are just having fun. We are talking about things that we want to talk about. We are on here as ladies who enjoy health and wellness and just talking about being better people, living better lives and what that looks like. And these are topics that we wanted to discuss. So full disclaimer. So which intestine it is, don't quote me, don't come for me. I'm just saying. We are bacteria is coming out the backside. I'm just gonna say the back. I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna drop it right there. Okay.
I'm sorry, go on.
No, go ahead.
Well, and as we were discussing about this and how it even really all came up was how I was just saying and I had really asked E, I said that dogs sometimes eat their own shit. And she's looking at me like, say what now? But, and it opened up the whole subject matter. But yeah, and there is an actual name for it, and I can spell it because I'm going to botch it up by pronouncing it, but it's COPROPHAGIA. Coprophagia?
Yeah. Coprophagia.
Okay. Yeah. But it's an actual thing. And you've got, for nutritional reasons, why dogs sometimes do that. And there's something that's missing in their diet, and that's how they replenish themselves. And I'm like, wow, whoever knew that? And sometimes they can have an underactive thyroid, and that would make them want to do it as well. Or they could have an actual parasite that's living in them, which is why they're doing that. And that's not a good thing if that's the reason why they're doing it. But yeah, that was how it really all got started. And one of the other things I had observed is, okay, if we're having this discussion and dogs are doing this, and there's a lot of people that have fur babies, they consider that's what they have, and then they go and they're letting the dogs lick on them and kiss on them and all that kind of crap. And I'm like, ooh, yeah, no. And that's how it just grosses me out when I see that because I think of that.
Right? Because you're like, he just licked his booty and you got him licking you all in the mouth,
Yeah.
all in your face.
Or you sharing food.
Or yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. When you think about it that way, yeah, it doesn't sound that appealing for your dog. Y'all, I agree. I agree.
No. And I don't, huh?
Oh, I said, tell me this about what else about the dog that I know of something else you wanted to cover about the dogs and they poop.
Well, I mean, that's one thing, but then also I was like, okay, if dogs are doing it, what other animals? Because I know that I know they don't have the corner market for eating their own shit. So one of the things for some odd reason, cats don't, and I didn't know that, and so I looked that up, and dogs do, cats don't, but then sometimes rabbits do.
Right.
Again,
those little pellets.
Yeah. So it's not every single animal does this, but there are some that actually do. And it's just weird how the human body, not human, excuse me about that, just how the body does when it needs something, you go and they get it from whatever source that they can at that particular time. So yeah, I was just like, wow, okay.
It doesn't seem hard to believe either because and this is, it's on topic but off topic, when people are stranded somewhere or like out to sea, have you ever heard of them drinking their own urine?
Yeah. And some of it is cultural too, because you don't have to be necessarily stranded. Some people that are really into health, they swear by that, but then there's rules with that. And I'm like, okay. Some are saying it's the first pee of the day.
Oh, okay.
That's what I've heard. I cannot prove or disprove that. Don't want to.
Okay, don't come for her. She can't prove or disprove it.
But yeah, and I know
it's nutrients.
Yeah. And then, and this is off topic or topic adjacent. When again, culturally, when you're a baby, sometimes they take that diaper that has the pee in it and they wipe it on your face.
Yeah, we had this discussion, and I had heard of it, but to the best of my knowledge, I haven't experienced. My mom didn't do that to me. I don't think my grandmother did. If they didn't tell me.
Well, I just swore that it never happened to me until my parents told me, yeah, no, we did that to you too.
And what was that? What was the purpose for that?
If I remember what they said correctly, it had something to do with having pretty skin.
Well, you do have pretty skin now.
Yeah, well, that's another episode.
Okay, so I guess it's working. It worked. But yeah, when she said that, I was like, they didn't tell me if they did.
Yeah, but that was traditionally what was done. And I don't think it was like an ongoing thing, but it might have been a once thing. But yeah.
Right. Oh my gosh. So we got poop and we got poop adjacent urine.
Poop adjacent. Yes, I like
adjacent.
Yeah.
Urine. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I mean, puppies do it too. I think we talked about puppies sometimes eat their feces, and they do it because they are somewhat like how their mothers lick their butt to make them poop.
Boy.
Yeah, they have to provide that help. They even have to lick their little areas for them to pee. They're learning.
Okay.
Sometimes puppies will look. We talking about shit, and she. Oh,
I know. Now I try to act like I'm above it all. I'm above it all.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
but it's very fascinating. You can go down that pardon the pun, you can go down that rabbit hole with all this kind of stuff.
Absolutely. But it's interesting enough to where the body is a miraculous thing. It'll still, even in that, it's producing something that is helping you.
Yeah.
It's helping you survive. It's helping you live. Even though you're excreting it out of you, it's still something that could possibly help you prolong you. Body is an amazing thing, whether it be four-legged or two-legged.
Absolutely. And then when you start getting down into the insects, some insects, they, like the dung beetle, they feed on feces for nutrients and to lay their eggs.
That's right. Do flies do it as well? Lay their eggs in the.
Oh
'Cause
yeah.
they always flying
Yeah.
around somebody's
Yeah,
poop,
when you
right?
walk past some shit, they all jump off. Yeah.
Okay, they always in the poop. I
Yeah.
didn't know dung beetle. So they actually have their babies in there.
They hatch the eggs in there, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's you just don't understand how.
And then what makes it what as I'm thinking of when you're out on outings or AKA picnics, why we like to always put those covers over the food because you got flies and all of a sudden those meat flies or something. Whenever you have something, all of a sudden these weird looking fly things start appearing. And you don't know where their eggs come from or how they came to be. Yeah, I don't want you in my food anyway, but knowing this type of subject, you really want to make sure that you don't have that there. So we
Right.
try to cover up and you do
You
what
wanna
you got to
put
do.
definitely cover your food if you walk away. Put a napkin, put another plate over it
Oh, for
because
sure. Have your
whatever's
Centronella
landing on your
candles, all
food,
that.
whatever's landing on your food, 9 times out of 10 has been in somebody's poop.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
real.
Because even what is that number, that red number 11 or red, what is that
Oh, red
ingredient?
dye number 10. Red
Yeah.
dye number 10.
I was watching something on TV and again, I didn't check it out for sure, but part of that comes from insects
Oh, really?
and it's smashed up.
You are right. And I can't remember what insect, but you are correct.
Yeah, I saw it
You are correct.
recently and they said, would you eat this? And I'm thinking, no. And then next thing you know, they're smashing it up and they're saying this is where it comes from. And I
Yep.
said, okay, that would make sense for different countries that they have certain ingredients that are not allowed in their country. And so this, for that reason, is why that particular ingredient is not allowed in a lot of areas. But of course, the US, we
But-
can have.
Exactly. I was going to say, exactly. Like, we get it all. But
Oh.
if I'm not mistaken, isn't there a coffee that comes from?
God, I hope not.
I believe so.
No,
I can't remember.
I'm hoping it ain't something I drink because that would be the last fucking drink I have with that.
It was.
Shit.
I can't remember who it was, but it's a coffee that's actually in of an animal.
Okay.
mistaken.
Well. Ooh.
Yeah, it just came to my head talking about just
Mm.
like coffee beans.
No, you would want to remember that part, but okay.
The Amazon. Is it the Amazon? I get it. I'm gonna get it. I'll bring it back to y'all. But
Yeah, when you say Amazon, and again, here we go, adjacent conversation. A lot of the people that live in the Amazon, whatever their diet is, they don't have gray hair. Have you seen anybody in the Amazon with gray hair? Even the old people. Because it's based on what they consume in the Amazon. Now you might be
Okay.
toothless, you might not have hair, but it's not gray.
so they don't gray.
Correct.
That's crazy. I never.
But
I never.
I
but I've never
noticed-
even.
Huh?
I've never even. I mean, I've never even looked at. Now I'm gonna go back and look. and I'm
Yeah.
right here.
And please prove me wrong, but because again, I don't know, obviously don't know everything, but that was one of the things that I read and one of the things, and I never noticed it before because there's so many other things when you're talking about the Amazon and the people that live out there. I'm not looking at their hair color. I'm just not. And when it was brought to my attention, now I always look and I have yet to see anybody with gray hair, but I do know that, like for myself, when I notice, I'll start, because I come from a line of family that we gray really late, if at all.
Okay.
And the ones that have a head full of hair that is gray, they've had traumatic things going on in their lives, a lot of stress factors that made it such. So they are out of the equation, so to speak. But I noticed that like with copper, if I don't have enough copper in my body,
Yeah.
that I notice more gray. And then when I start adding more copper into my water and everything, the gray seems to just go away. I don't.
said you should be drinking. You should copper like bottles or copper cups. Yeah, to help. And I didn't know that. Girl, I ordered one from TikTok.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't have that. I just have the actual copper. I just put it in water and take it.
Okay.
That's what I do.
I take copper supplements, but when I heard about the copper and the gray hair, I was like,
Yeah. And I just get the liquid because I want it to get into my
system.
and I'm just used to doing certain things like that. But yeah, copper definitely is, and it's a deficiency that some people have, which is why a lot of people sometimes grade early. I remember it being in high school and there were some kids that had gray hair and either they were from older parents or something. We didn't realize there was a deficiency in copper. We just figured you had old parents. But I don't know how true that really is. Probably not, but yeah.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna get me some liquid copper then.
Oh, what, on Amazon?
Yep. That's right.
It'll be here tonight.
It sure will. And I did find it. Okay. There is coffee beans that are excreted by animals.
Oh God.
Kapoi Luwak. Kapoi Luwak is the world's most exclusive and most expensive coffee. The main factor of its high price is the uncommon method of production. It is produced from coffee beans which have been partially digested by an Indonesian palm civet and then excreted. Yeah.
And we're done.
I think I read it somewhere. Yeah. Dung, poop, all that feces, shit. Yep. Making coffee beans. Making coffee.
Oh.
Just saying.
Well, it's natural.
Fun fact.
Okay.
Right.
I want to have fun now. Fun.
Tell me this. Why do we poop? Why do we poop?
Why? Because you're getting rid of all the weight. Oh, I thought it was a trick question. Oh, okay.
No. Girl, you do.
But man, and for those that have a hard time doing it, and like I said, I've come across people when you're talking to them and their breath smells like shit. It's because they're backed up.
And how many times should we poop?
At a minimum, once a day.
I agree.
Typically, they're talking about after every meal. But again, not everybody has that traditional, okay, you eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That would make more sense. But if you're constantly eating on the go or what have you, at least once a day would be ideal.
Yeah, definitely ideal. And what you should eat, you should at least 3 times a day is efficient. 1 time a day is a good.
Yeah.
If you're not, then you're constipated. And if you go 2 to 3 days without going to the bathroom, that's constipation.
It's just, but that's also a normal for a lot of people. That's really normal for them. And that too. It could be because different people I've talked to, not that we're always talking about their shit habits, but the thing is, they'll be like, oh no, I might not do once every 3 days or something like that. And for me, I can't fathom that because as soon as I eat, I got to go to the bathroom. Yeah,
the bloating of it all. It's for me in the morning. It's once you put something in, it's ready to come out. Especially in the morning. If I can't get one any other, the morning it's okay. We got to make room. She just put something in here. We got to go. You got to go. You got to go.
I'm telling you. And of course, fruits and vegetables do it all the time. But then there's some that'll just go straight to jail. And man, And that's for me is plums, pluots, anything that resembles a friggin' plum. Can't do it.
Did she say it one more time? Hold on. Say it one more time. What you call it?
What? Oh,
What you call it again? What you call
a
the plum?
pluot.
Oh, pluot. You hear that?
Pluot.
I don't know nothing.
Oh, now we getting funny. No,
A
it's
pluot.
a pluot, a plum, you name it. But
Okay.
yeah, a pluot.
A pluot.
And all it is a cousin. It's a cousin of a plum. That's all that shit is. That's
Now I
it.
can do prunes. Prunes will move me. Prune juice, prune. Just regular prunes.
I
They
don't.
move me too.
Yeah, I just don't eat those. I just don't. I don't like them or
I used
dislike
to
them.
love them. I used to love eating prunes. I can eat like a whole bag of prunes. Yeah. I did have to make a run and not support. But
Yeah, no. The plums do it. What is it? Dehydrated apricots. I
yes.
love those things. I can
Yes.
eat those, and then all of a sudden my stomach will start to swell. It's all bad. Or Martinelli's apple juice. That's another one too. I can't drink that either.
Oh, that'll make you go,
Mm-hmm.
make you run, literally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I might as well just sit down and drink it because it's gonna go right out.
Right. Me is coffee. Like I said, coffee. Oh my goodness. It wakes me up. Literally. I'll be like,
Yeah,
I'll be back.
But you know, sometimes when I do, and I don't do it often, but if I do stretching exercises and I do a lot of downward dog and you do
Yep.
all that and you just get all the things jumbling up.
Yes.
Yeah. Then it's, oh, wait, hold that pose. I'll be back. That kind of thing.
Absolutely. But there are yoga poses that will help you
Specifically
if you
for
are
that.
constipated. Yes.
Yeah.
To get things moving. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right. It's just one of those things. I have to give y'all a fun fact though. I'm gonna give y'all a fun, fascinating fact about poop. So elephants, right? Elephants. When they go to the bathroom, they poop about 100 kilograms per day. And I don't know about kilograms. We're over here in the United States. We don't deal in kilograms like that.
Nope.
So I had to go look it up. That is 220 pounds per day of shit. That's what they poop. That is a full on adult. Not only an adult, considered over here, BMI wise, an obese adult. This is how much is coming out their backside per day. That's a lot.
You got somebody's job to clean them. That.
Yeah, especially in the zoo.
Not
in the wild, but in the zoo.
Well, in the wild, yeah, that just goes into the ground.
That's just fertilizer.
Yeah.
But at the zoo, oh my God. I do not.
God, that poor intern. I would hate to be that intern, man.
That could be them flies happy when they see that. Oh my goodness.
Shit, that's the Taj Mahal. What are you talking about? Look at all this room.
We living good. They like, we living good. We
moving on up.
Okay. I'm telling you, look, you can do some things. But let's talk about with regards to what types.
Yep. Yeah, man, you must have been reading my mind or we reading the same script because I'm telling you, there's so many different levels of it. And on a serious note, if you do need to, not every time, but you do need to really monitor and keep abreast of what your poop looks like. Because again, we'll circle back to it. But as far as gut health, that starts obviously in your gut. And where's poop? In your gut. And if it's sitting there and it's fermenting and that's where you're not feeling well and everything, a lot of the times they ask, when was their last bowel movement? All that kind of stuff. And when you're doing detox juices and drinks, that is specifically to get you to shit so you can clean out your intestines so things aren't sitting in there, festering and becoming other things that they shouldn't be. So yeah, if you're looking at your poop and there's sitting on top of the water, that ain't a good thing. I can't tell you exactly what it is, but it ain't good.
I don't know.
Good. Yeah, I think, isn't that when you need more water?
I'm not sure about the floater with regards to I don't know about the floater.
But
Floater poop. I don't know if it needs more water. I think it is. You need more water. Floater poop. Don't give me the line, y'all. What does it mean?
So yeah, that's the thing. Then you got the kind
it's
that
malabsorption.
oh
Yeah. Floater stools are excessive gas and malabsorption or improper absorption of excess gas. So if you're very gassy, some people who are malabsorbed, I would say, as far as bariatric surgery, people who have the Roux-en-Y, the most, well, not the original, but Roux-en-Y, they have that malabsorption. There's a rerouting of their intestine.
I've heard of that.
Intestine.
I've heard that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a malabsorption where you're not getting all that thing. That's what causes your that you're supposed to. Floaters are good. You need those that sink. They need it.
Yeah, it looks like toothpaste coming out of a fucking tube. That's what you want.
Exactly. Those shapes mean something. Shape, colors, consistency, those all mean things in this in the world of shit. Yes.
And I shit you not.
And I shit you not. Wait, I was gonna do it. When you said there's levels, there's levels to this shit.
Yeah, there you go. And we're going to get to the bottom of it now, right? Okay.
And I was gonna share with you guys, and like I said, there is a that I use because I do track my called Plop. Guys want PLOP. PLOP. It is
didn't see that coming.
Okay. You didn't. I do track it, and I track it because I had an issue. I had an issue with my colon. I had a scare with my colon. And if you catch the first podcast that we did, I go into it a little bit deeper. But the reason why I have this app is because of that situation, and it helps to see the consistency. If I'm not consistent on that 3 a day or 1 a day or 1 to 2, 5 or 7 a week, you know what I'm saying? Just to get that consistency, and it also offers you the types, the shapes, the color. You add all that stuff in there. I know I'm being graphic, but we are talking about shit, so let's just go.
Yeah, I mean, we're making jokes about it, but and on a serious note, it's like I've had family members that had blood in their stool, and again, being male specifically, a lot of times males don't like to go to the doctor. There's always the exception, but the ones that I know don't always want to go to the doctor. And it was discovered a while ago, way when it was treatable. And when you start seeing these different types of things happen, when you're seeing blood in your stool, it's easy to say, I won't look anymore and it'll go away. Well, it might go away, but it might go away and manifest into something even worse. So when it could have been taken care of on the onset and then you don't do anything about it, now you're going in there to have all these different tests, these surgeries and this, when all you had to do was just go in the first time. It's not the easiest thing to deal with. Trust me, I've had my health scares too. And it was easy to just get in the bed, put the covers over you. But then I probably would have been 6 feet under had I not gone and got everything checked out like I was supposed to. We're laughing and we're making jokes, but at the same time, this is serious because when you're talking gut health, again, gut health.
Right.
That's the synergy, the nucleus of it all.
Exactly.
So I'm done preaching. But yeah,
no,
check your shit.
Okay, check your shit. You have to look at, and some people just sit on the toilet, go to the bathroom, and that's it. But you really should be paying attention to what's coming out of your body, because that is what comes out of your body tells you what's going on in your body.
Yes.
You know, when you sneeze, if you sneeze and you have green or yellow stuff come out, guess what? There's something wrong, right? If you pee is too dark, if it's very yellow or brown, something's wrong. Same with your stool. If it's certain colors mean certain things, certain consistencies mean certain things. So everything that comes out of you is an indicator of what's going on inside of you.
Oh, absolutely. And brown pee does not always mean that you had too much beer. So
Correct.
you really need to check something out.
Exactly. Exactly. But let's talk about the different types of stools. The first type, like I was saying, there is your most normal looking is it's very smooth, almost banana like in the length that, or could I say like dog? Say banana like in the length, smooth. That's your kind of like normal looking stool. That's usually what you want to see. That's usually saying things are functioning, things are going good, and it's brown. But when you start going either left or right on this, if center is normal and that sausage like or very banana like, then going to the extreme of big kind of bump, rough, have some like craters in it, like cracks in the cement type of situation. That
Yes.
that type of shape, that means there's a little bit of, it's not necessarily, but you're getting to the point where you may be lacking some hydration, right? That's what you're looking at. If you get to a more, again, that sausage like or big consistency and it's more shaped lump where you got lumps and stuff and it's still brown, all of these are still brown, so it's lumpy, then you're looking at that poop is signaling you're getting constipated, meaning you're not eating, you're leaking green, you're drinking enough water, something, you're not getting enough fiber in your diet.
Right.
It's starting to tell you you're going in the wrong direction. So if it's getting lumpy, bumpy, hard to push out, a little bit bigger than what it's supposed to be, that's a problem. When you start getting when you start seeing just little pebbles coming out of the butt where you and your vein popping out and all you getting is a boop in the toilet.
Yeah.
Little lumpies, little nuggets or something. That means you full on constipated.
Yeah.
It's severe.
And that bead of sweat gives it away too after that too. But I digress.
Okay, you're in there sweating and you trying to just push. And I was always told you need to relax. You're supposed to relax. You gotta breathe.
Well, look, when it's stuck in my
like,
ass for about 10 minutes, you just want it out. You know, whatever it takes.
were you like sitting there trying to push and you sweating and you trying to come up out your clothes because you sweating and ain't nothing coming out, just a little poop. You are severely constipated. Now that could mean, like we said, you're not drinking enough water. You're probably drinking soda. You're probably drinking juices, sugary treats. You're probably probably taking medications that may be reacting to your body.
You're right. That's another thing too. Why you definitely, to what E is saying, you really need to continue to stay hydrated because medications will dry you out. For sure.
Yep. It's causing that issue. So when you're seeing that and you're struggling, those are the problems. Medication, stress. Your body reacts to stress. People don't believe this, but if you're stressed, your body takes on that stress and it can cause damage to you. That's why they say stop stressing out because it can really mess up your body.
And it's funny when you're talking about stress because everybody reacts differently. Some people overeat. And I'm one of those stressors to where I can't eat. I could be starving, but mentally, if I am stressed out, I can't eat. I'm hungry. You'll hear my stomach, but the connection has not been made. And I just don't eat at all. So then again, it goes to where you're talking about constipation because I'm not drinking, I'm not eating, I'm feeling weak, and then I'm falling into more of a black hole, whatever that stress may be, you know?
Right.
So again, your poop ain't lying.
Your poop is not lying. It is not lying to you. It is indicator. So when you're at those pebbles, those pellets, you are doing something wrong. You need to be eating more fruits and vegetables. You need to be definitely need to be drinking more water. Stay away from these sugary drinks. Stay away from the soda. Stay away from caffeine, coffee, and soda. It causes your body to dehydrate. So stay away from all of that. Now, we're going to go in the other direction. So when it's getting soft. So we went from constipated to your stuff is a little bit coming out.
You getting soft on me?
Getting, it's getting a little soft. You know what I'm saying?
Ah, you little salty.
Right. It's just coming out. It's coming out little droplets, but it's soft. That means there's no edges. It's not forming. It's just coming out nice and easy. That's a form of diarrhea, right? So that means you're eating too little fiber. Fiber helps build that firm poop. So your fiber is coming from your leafy green, your kale, your spinach, your broccoli, anything that has that vibrant green color, those leafy greens, that's your fiber, right?
Yes.
Eating apples, believe it or not, help you your body. Eat an apple and you chew an apple, that will help clean your system. That will run through your intestines and clean some things out. A good old apple a day will clean your booty out.
And that makes sense to that old thing. Apple a day keeps the doctor away. Why? Because of gut health. You're cleaning you out.
It's cleaning you out. Exactly. But then there's another one. So the next stage is so it's not coming out little soft, little drops. It's coming out full on, it still has some viscosity to it. I guess I can say, is that a word?
Ooh, listen to you. Big word. Viscosity.
Viscosity to it. But
did you go to college? No, let me stop.
Just a little bit. Just a little
Okay.
bit.
Okay.
Nothing. But yeah, it's still diarrhea.
Yeah.
But it's a sign that food is coming through your system, your digestive tract. It's coming too quick. So it's not staying in long enough to absorb and to form that banana shaped type of poop that's coming out your system. So you could be looking at like a viral infection or food poisoning or some digestive issue. Again, stress playing a role. You can see stress affects you in 2 different ways. It can cause constipation. It can cause diarrhea. Stress it's major, you guys. It's major. Stressing yourselves out. Life is too short. But again, then we're going to get to the last one. Now, this is the one where you sit on the toilet and it just run out of you like water. Okay? Runs out of you like water.
So it's like your ass is crying.
Yes, like your ass. Exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
This is severe diarrhea. You definitely have it. It lasts, sometimes it can last a couple of days. It'll have you running to a toilet to where you ain't nothing coming out, but you still going through the motion. You still sitting up there trying to push something out. Ain't nothing coming out. That is, you are in a stage where it's chronic diarrhea. Those symptoms, that's inflammation. So you're inflamed. Your bowels are inflamed. A lot of people who deal with that on a consistent basis, irritable bowel syndrome, Crohn's disease, UC, which is ulcerative colitis.
Okay.
These are people who, when you're eating, you eat a lot of people who eat a lot of like fatty food. You eat a lot of fat. If you're eating chicken, you eating the skin of the chicken, or you eat a lot of grease, French fries, or a lot of oily things, fried things. That's irritating. That's causing inflammation in your gut health. You're causing irritable bowel syndrome or IBS or Crohn's disease, things of that nature. So again, your body is telling you something is wrong. And for that one, you really need to go see a doctor, especially if that's something that happens all the time with you, that you never really have solid bowel movements. You're always in this stage, these latter parts, that diarrhea stage. That's definitely something that you need to look into, because there's a problem that you need to address. Definitely. Yeah.
I mean, that's all I can say is, wow, there's a lot. There's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. And we didn't even get into the color.
You're aging yourself, because half these folks, they'll be like, what?
Like, huh? What? Yeah. Yeah, I just dated myself. It's all right. All right. But the color of your poop matters. Brown obviously is good. You want it to be brown. You want it to be, it can be not beige. It can be tan, brown, milky brown. I know I'm getting a little bit detailed, y'all, but we gotta be that consistently. But when it starts getting like yellow, pale, that's an issue. That means you have some organ problem. That means there's something, maybe your liver, or your pancreas. There is it's a telltale sign something's going on with your organ. If you have green, we talked about green, that was chloroform, it's spirulina. If you take some
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that, or you eat a lot of leafy green vegetables, you'll see there's some green tint to your stool. That's not necessarily bad because that means you're doing your thing, right? If you see a little red, that could still mean if you've been eating beet, a lot of beets, I've done this, my stool came out red. But it's because
Mm-hmm.
I was on a beet thing. I was detoxing with beet. So it came out red. So that's not bad. But sometimes there is blood in the stool. If there's blood in the stool or blood in your system and it's coming out black, your feces is coming out black, that means that there's some blood. That's not good. That means that's dried up blood. That's a sign you need to go to the doctor, to the ER maybe. But those like black, pale, yellow, white, those,
Okay, you just throwing
don't
that
walk,
in, right?
run. Hmm?
You just throwing that in for
I know. Yeah, the white
cause
was
and
just throwing.
effect, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
I was like, what
but
the
pale,
fuck? Okay.
but pale. It don't walk, run. Go ahead. You're gonna have to see somebody.
Get that shit
Okay,
checked out.
get that.
But
Yes,
there you go.
but get it checked out. Yeah.
Gosh.
But you were saying something. What about if somebody? You said something about if someone in your family had blood in their stool, right?
Yeah, they had gone to the doctor and was checked out at some point, and they didn't really pursue it. Once it was found out, you needed to come back, so on and so forth. But they were lackadaisical with it, and then it manifested into, you know, to something worse, and
Yeah.
eventually it ended up taking their life. But I don't know if that was the only factor, but it was one of the factors. And getting checked regularly by your doctor or GP, depending on where you are, it definitely helps
Right.
because it's easier to get in front of it and take minor steps rather than having to go in one day and it's something catastrophic. And now all of a sudden you want help, but help was there a few years ago when in fact it was nothing.
Right. Especially if you're not trying to change your lifestyle.
Right.
Definitely getting checked out. Or if you've been diagnosed before with something, I would at least say a couple more times. If you haven't changed your lifestyle, then you definitely need to get yourself checked all the time. But if you're making like lifestyle changes, we have some people like, there's this man on TikTok, I can't remember his name, but he's a full on raw vegan, 20/20 vision eyes, never goes to the doctor, but he lives that's his life. Plants his own food. He raises his own, no meat. He's just full on raw vegan.
Mm-hmm.
Has been for like 40, 50 years.
Oh,
But
wow.
most of us aren't living that life. So if we're not living that life, and
No.
he don't put processed food in his mouth. So I don't need to go to a doctor because I don't eat bad at all. Never. I haven't in 40, 50 years. But for some of us, we drink alcohol. We eat processed food sometimes. Best as we want to try.
Yeah.
We want to try and live right. We still life be lifing, and we have all this stuff accessible to us.
Yeah.
You want to keep yourself checked out.
Even with regular being plant-based, you're always hearing
Yes.
about the different recalls, wisteria
Yes.
on this. You try to be as healthy as possible, but then at the same time, it's like, shit, even if I want to grow it in my backyard, the ground is crap. Pardon the pun, but it is crap.
Right.
And then you're putting shit for fertilizer on your food that's crap. And it's goddamn, what? Can I catch a break somewhere?
Exactly.
You try.
Yeah.
You try to do as best you can.
You try to do as best you can, especially in the good old US of A.
Yeah.
Not anywhere else, but in good old US of A, Sometimes you gotta, unless you're living in Wyoming, Montana, Idaho, some places where there's less of the environmental changes or environmental issues. Yeah, it's, you just get yourself checked.
Oh, absolutely. And we're not oblivious to the fact that not everybody can afford healthcare. We know that.
Yeah.
You do the best you can with what you got, basically. Trying to stay on top of it, being aware, if nothing else, being aware of what your body is telling you, because your body is telling you something all the time. So just trying to be more aware of the signs. And then that way you're not just a ticking time bomb.
Correct. I agree with you, KayCee. And just like we said earlier too, stress. Try to not, because like you said, affordable healthcare is not affordable for everyone.
Right.
But keep your stress levels down. And I know that's hard to say. I know that's easy to say, hard to do. But I don't know what people subscribe to. I would say definitely your spirituality, get it a little bit stronger. That cuts down on a lot of stress. There are so many white pages out there, information that says you have some type of spirituality, if you believe in something higher than yourself, it cuts down on your stress level tremendously. So try to not do things that can help you, not to harm, if you can. That's what I'm gonna get off my soapbox. Off my soapbox.
Yeah, but like I said, it's an interesting subject. You see how we've gone. Yeah, we make jokes, but then you get down to the serious part of it to where we can continue talking about this and talking about this, and everybody's got a story, and at least it'll get people to think about it. And like I said, even from animals, it doesn't miss anybody or anything.
Correct.
You know,
We've touched on all bases, I believe. If we didn't, let us know, and we're happy to revisit. Not a
oh,
problem.
you know it for sure. There's
And
enough shit
again,
to
you
go around for
guys,
everybody.
there's enough shit to go. But okay. We got shit for days.
Yeah, man. It's a shit show, okay? It is.
Stop. But I hope you guys enjoyed this little talk. The topic again, our title was all shit.
Oh, shit.
All shit. So I hope you enjoyed it. Please let us know. Again, subscribe. We would love for you to subscribe. We would love for you to share. And we'll be back with you guys with another one pretty soon. But until then, and I hope my thing is working. Until then, we will see you in the next one. Bye.